Talking turkeys. Tony Meyers wrote the book. Today, Tony builds his favorite calls for the spring woods. Later, we head into the garage where this guy made pigs fly. Jay the cobbler creates comfy boots. Find out how today. People are passionate about outdoor equipment.
Get this. Americans spend $30 billion a year on gear.
But no one ever really sees how their stuff gets made.
That's where we come in.
Made for the Outdoors. Made for the Outdoors is presented by Warner's Dock. Darn near nothing beats a perfect Minnesota morning. Well, except maybe for this.
Oh, it's awesome. Best feeling in the world. That's the whole part of turkey hunting in my book. And carrying on a conversation with them means you sound pretty good.
Tony Meyers talks turkey better than most.
Right there's a lawn.
Tony's turkey tale, born way back when.
I've been obsessed with turkeys ever since I was a kid. You know, the sound of the hen, the sounds they make.
His calling, the stuff piles of plaques are made of.
10-time Wisconsin champion, 5-time Iowa. This is probably the biggest contest I ever called in. This was All-American in Missouri. I got second in friction, second open in that. But these are call making awards, Great Lakes Open. Turkey hunting, I love it to death still, but I really do enjoy building calls. There are times where I've been out hunting where I thought I should be at home building calls and working on orders because, you know, I'm just busy. Started building calls for calling contests probably about 10 years ago. From there, a lot of my friends wanted calls.
And suddenly, Tony found himself in business.
100% custom calls. I make mouth calls, box calls, and then a friction call, like a pot call style that comes in slate, glass, aluminum, and ceramic. This here is walnut. This is gonna be a driftless hen glass call. Definitely the driftless hen's my #1 seller. That's a glass call in a walnut pot. All right, now I'm marking where I'm gonna be drilling the holes on the back of the call where the sound comes out. I hand build all my turkey calls one at a time. Everything's done the old school way. Wood lathes, drill presses, basic hand tools. Once the holes are marked out, we can go ahead and drill the holes. This is where the sound's gonna be coming out of the back of the call. I think people like things that are special and not something that's just a generic thing off the shelf. It's my full-time job, basically, you know, and it's kind of therapy for me, actually. Wood turning, it's really relaxing. Yes, it doesn't take too long once I get going, you know, and I do everything in operations, you know, go right down the line, just do.
He crafts quite a few.
Oh, thousands, for sure, yeah. Thousands and thousands. Spray some calls for you. All right, this is the lacquer that I use. It's a pre-cat lacquer. It makes it water resistant and a durable finish so that the wood won't scratch.
Okay, let's let those dry. When we come back, Tony takes his calls to the halls of the big shows.
Yeah. On the backs, that's where you get your sound. Yeah, I love it for sure. I've met a lot of great people and a lot of great customers.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Warner's Dock, Aquarius Home Services, Old Dutch quality snacks since 1934, Winnebago Industries, be great outdoors, and by Keystone Light. Here's to living smooth. Celebrate responsibly.
Barn Bar. The county's best hangout just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Hi, I'm Rick Luxinger. I'm the sales manager here at Warner Stock. I love my job. It's fun selling toys, it's fun selling memories. Skier boats powered by Yamaha is synonymous with performance. Favorite times of the year is when the ice first goes out. We get the Skeeter boat, drop it in a lake nearby. It's just a nice way to spend your summer. When I think of Skeeter boats, I think of performance, I think of quality, and I think of tradition. They are truly everything fishing.
Oh, hi, Travis.
Hey, Ron, I hate to ask, but your Connecticut water makes the best ice.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Trav.
I need to keep these soft and white.
Oh, you know where it is.
Yeah. It's an emergency. I can't explain it, but Daisy needs a bath.
Travis, get your own Connecticut.
Well, girl, looks like it's time to get our own Connecticut system.
Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system.
Ron, do you have the number?
Here's to 90 years of quality snacks. Crafting the perfect snack is our goal, and one-of-a-kind taste and quality has always been our mission. Thanks for making Old Dutch a part of your family and snacking memories. Old Dutch, family-owned, Minnesota-based quality snacks since 1934.
Old Dutch potato chips. Old Dutch, the snappy chips. Crispy, crunchy, light and snappy. Old Dutch potato chips.
The great outdoors. It's what nourishes the body and rejuvenates the soul. It's where memories are made and bonds are strengthened. At Winnebago Industries, we believe time together outdoors is priceless. Whether exploring in an RV or enjoying a day on the water, the best moments are those shared under the open sky. Winnebago Industries. Be great outdoors.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
That's just a secret material that I mold on there so it makes it waterproof.
Okay.
Tony Meyers first made his name talking turkey. That talk translated to a new reputation. The turkey caller transformed to the call craftsman.
My first original ones took quite a while. A lot of trial and error. It's basically 3 components to the mouth call. One's the tape, there's an aluminum frame, and then there are sheets of latex. To start building the call, you're going to want to take your latex and line them up very precisely. Right now I'm stacking the reeds in the call. Once you get your reed spacing lined up, you take a sharp object and tack the latex together. This is going to be a 3-reed call.
This little gadget does the hard work.
This is a reed stretcher here.
Tony pinches and stretches latex.
And then this turns to stretch the side tension.
So he gets an exact pitch tuned just right.
I take the aluminum frame, bend it, and this sits over the latex. You need to crimp the frame down on both sides to hold the tension. You can relax the latex. And there's an aluminum tab on the back. Just bend that over and that holds the back tension and the stretch in the back of the call.
Now Tony trims the excess.
Now you could use this call like this, but it's not going to have any rasp. It's just going to be a real clear sound. So I take and I put cuts in the top reed to give the call rasp. It looks like that. Now I'll put the tape on it. Once you get your tape on there, you got to cut the tape.
He's got a gadget for that too.
It just sits in there, and that cuts the call to the shape of the roof of your mouth.
This call gets a spur-of-the-moment Tony test. Don't worry, he doesn't normally spit test new completed calls.
That's the Batwing.
All Tony's creations, so beautiful and so simple in form.
They're good calls for sure.
And to think, Tony keeps a day job too.
Keeps me busy. I tell people they're guaranteed to kill turkeys, you know. And
maybe that's why hunters line up to buy Tony's calls in person.
I like to come to the sports shows because it's a different way of selling products. I think a lot of things are sold online nowadays, and this is more of a traditional way of selling something to a person. It's great for someone to come out and be able to play the calls.
Although too much of that sound tends to be a little overwhelming, except to Tony.
Yeah, I love it for sure. I've met a lot of great people and a lot of great customers. Hear a lot of good hunting stories every spring.
Folks like Quentin Olson.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it, and good luck this spring.
He bought before Tony could sell out.
Quality thing, absolutely. Yep. There's sometimes you can just pick a call up and it makes the sounds you want to make. You know, it's easy. And I thought his calls were really easy to make the calls you want to hear.
Yeah, there's something about interacting with the turkey, you know, to get them to gobble back. And
hunters do not always harvest a big trophy. Doesn't matter, it's Tony. Talking turkey is always his big win.
Just look at the feeling, like the two gobblers that came in this morning, you know, you can tell that they're coming. It gets your adrenaline dumping, you know, your heart feels like it's up in your throat. Yeah, I get a lot of enjoyment, especially when you're using your own calls, things you've built. I'm proud of them for sure, yeah.
Up next, we head into the garage.
Find wood wherever I can get it and make stuff out of it. Mostly people's fences and wood flooring, people's dresser drawers.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Appledorn Sunset Bay Resort, Carlos Creek Winery and 22 North Bend Brewing, Finishing Trades Institute of the Upper Midwest, and by Guy Metals.
Looking for a better work-life balance? Bonuses? Paid vacations? Check out the opportunities at Guy Metals. Guy Metals, quality finishes for stainless steel, part of the Ryerson family of companies. Less than an hour from the Twin Cities in Hammond, Wisconsin. Email apply at guymetals.com.
Visit Brainerd this season and play more than 450 beautiful golf holes. Check out visitbrainerd.com and choose your adventure in Minnesota's playground today.
Ron Chera here. So why am I a Star Bank customer? Well, first of all, when you call Star Bank, a human being answers, boom, and then you're connected to the department or person you wanted. Star Bank is family owned and community minded, big towns to farm towns. Star Bank is growing, while mega banks are leaving rural Minnesota. That's why Star Bank is our bank here at Ron Chera Productions. So my advice, get to know Star Bank, so Star Bank can get to know you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your most devoted friend doesn't put on his seatbelt or stand on two legs. You are his keeper, and you'll do anything to protect that bond. The Lucky Duck Kennel is 5-star crash test rated. It's durable, dependable, and secure. If keeping your dog safe from the unpredictable wasn't enough, we made it lightweight, customizable, and right here in America. Lucky Duck, because loyalty goes both ways.
Welcome to Appledorn Sunset Bay Resort, where unforgettable memories come to life. Nestled on the shores of stunning Mille Lacs Lake, our resort is the perfect destination for your family's summer getaway. Relax on Mille Lacs with fresh northern air, a variety of boat rentals, premier walleye fishing, and plenty of activities for the whole family. Create lasting memories with your loved ones amidst breathtaking sunsets and endless summer fun. Book your stay now at Appledorn's.
This summer, visit Brainerd to wet your line and reel in the big one. Check out visitbrainerd.com and choose your adventure in Minnesota's playground today.
Looking for a better work-life balance? Bonuses? Paid vacations? Check out the opportunities at Guy Metals. Guy Metals, quality finishes for stainless steel, part of the Ryerson family of companies. Less than an hour from the Twin Cities in Hammond, Wisconsin. Email apply at guymetals.com.
A couple more boards there.
Curiosity drives Jesse Gerhardt to the back alleys of the big city,
I know where 3 spots are to go.
where this outdoorsman loves to hunt.
I'm gonna steal those ones right there for sure. It's like an old, like, door or something. I do like these little pieces. These are solid wood. I wanted to tell a story about what people thought of as trash, that someone with some skill could make it new again.
Jesse makes the rounds behind businesses he has permission to snoop.
I thought this was a thick piece. You can take and cut it into a lot of strips.
Big discovery.
Score.
Sounds like this.
Score, score, score.
But a picker's pleasure.
This feels like oak. I can't tell.
Also creates pain.
Oh, am I gonna be able to lift this? Around railroad tracks and in industrial parts of the city, there's just a lot of lumber everywhere. You can end up framing like a whole house out of all the wood you can find, you know?
This is a story all about habitual hoarding and its positive effects.
I got this strap off of a truck holding MREs on it when I was in the invasion of Iraq.
See, Jesse survived 3 tours of duty as a Marine Corps machine gunner. He came home after war to try and find clarity and maybe a new direction.
To be able to pursue something that was not really difficult on my body, because I can't move around as good as I used to be able to.
Jesse built on his lifelong hobby and earned 2 degrees in woodworking.
By the time I was done with college, I had enough tools to make a living.
So he set up shop, literally, in an old Northeast workshop. It is here his story finally took shape.
I find wood wherever I can get it and make stuff out of it. Mostly people's fences and wood flooring, people's dresser drawers. Yeah, so it's all recycled wood.
A business that started with a single canoe.
90% of this is all church pew. The deck here is a cedar fence from Robbinsdale. This is that James J. Hill lumber from Delwood. It's that part of that gym floor. And then the waste from the canoes I make into the paddles. The waste from the paddles, a lot of times I make into the fishing nets. The waste from that I make into fishing lures. So these are all little cut-off pieces from when I make a canoe paddle.
Jesse's form of recycling, a practice well perfected. Just look around. Turns out this passion whittled its way out of Jesse's family tree.
Yeah, it was from my grandfather, back before it wasn't even the Boundary Waters yet.
Jesse's grandpa, an outdoorsman larger than life, the mentor who taught Jesse to love life outside. Jesse quickly became a chip off the old block.
Some of the stuff I make is, if my grandfather were to see it, that he would be excited.
Everyone is.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing?
Jesse's show booths never stay empty long.
And they're all from someone's fence that fell over in Robbinsdale. I keep saying someone's, it was actually my fence that fell over. This was the first prototype, and definitely my favorite type of paddle to paddle with.
Who knew one man's treasure could come from so much trash?
Show people that somebody with some skill could take what all other people thought was trash and make it into something that was good enough to even pass down to their children. A strange thing to think about, that it was in the dumpster, and then I made something out of it and people hang it up as a piece of art.
So here's where all the dark arts happen.
Up next, we head into the garage.
It's kind of a strong smell. All right, so let's move those feet. Let's see how I did. Oh, look at that. All right, let these cool.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Appledorn Sunset Bay Resort, and by Guy Metals.
Welcome to Appledorn Sunset Bay Resort, where unforgettable memories come to life. Nestled on the shores of stunning Mille Lacs Lake, our resort is the perfect destination for your family's summer getaway. Relax on Mille Lacs with fresh northern air, a variety of boat rentals, premier walleye fishing, and plenty of activities for the whole family. Create lasting memories with your loved ones amidst breathtaking sunsets and endless summer fun. Book your stay now at Appledorn's.
Welcome to Lakes Area Power Sports, family owned and operated in Walker, Minnesota. Lakes Area Power Sports was voted Minnesota's best power sports dealer 3 years running. Check out their entire lineup of Can-Am SSVs and ATVs, Maverick, Defender, Commander, and Outlander. Whether it's sales or service, the entire Lakes Area team is here to help. Take a drive to the scenic Leech Lake area and check out the Can-Am Power Sports line at Lakes Area Power Sports, or find them online at lakesareapowersports.com.
Ron Chera here. So why am I a Star Bank customer? Well, first of all, when you call Star Bank, a human being answers, boom, and then you're connected to the department or person you wanted. Star Bank is family owned and community minded, big towns to farm towns. Star Bank is growing, while mega banks are leaving rural Minnesota. That's why Star Bank is our bank here at Ron Chera Productions. So my advice, get to know Star Bank so Star Bank can get to know you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Minnesota might not be made of mountains. But we still have peaks and trails steep enough.
No, it was the highest elevation on the trail.
A tough Northwoods backpacking hunt proves my point.
Sometimes you just have to eat lemons. So I've been eating lemons for about a mile.
On a hunt like this, you better have a darn good pair of boots. And these are my choice this year. But inside of them, a little bit of a secret. I think you'll understand when you see how Masterfit gets made for the outdoors. Masterfit, the craft of this guy.
Want to take a look here at your instep.
Jay the Cobbler.
Grab a seat, let's take a look at this one. So going back to the last Olympics, we had five different pairs of ski boots just in that Olympics. All right, now stand up and drive your knee out over your toe.
Jay kind of makes pigs fly. Let me explain. He helps people be real comfy in traditionally non-comfy kinds of boots, a seemingly impossible task.
What are we doing in the skiing industry that could move over to hunting, fishing, hiking, climbing, all the different outdoor sports?
The answer, these Masterfit footbeds.
What we do is we actually make a mold of your foot in a seated net neutral position. This is just a molding board. Inside here are thousands of little glass beads. We're gonna put your feet in here, get you in a neutral position, and then pull all the air out, and that's gonna create a perfect mold of the bottom of your foot. Then we're gonna heat up the blanks and mold those to that. Just wanna mark your forefoot so I know where all the parts are. So when I post this, I have a pretty good idea where everything's happening.
Now I sit for a bit as the footbeds mold. All this, not a bad gig for a guy who started his career in numbers.
3 minutes. Going from the suit and tie, wandering around, big 4 accounting firms to, tattoos and bracelets, and definitely was a lifestyle change. But it was, I couldn't be happier. All right, so let's move those feet. Let's see how I did. Oh, look at that. All right, let these cool, and we'll post these, and then your wading boots are gonna be set.
Now, Jay heads back into the workshop.
So here's where all the dark arts happen.
He first preps with heavy-duty glue.
It's kind of a strong smell.
Now comes the trickiest part of the build.
Ultimately add some posting material, because everyone pronates or supinates. No one's got a perfectly neutral foot. But that's where the boot wants you.
Jay also trims the footbed to match the shape of the boot.
Now I'm headed to the flat grinder. Now I'll do a little final shaping, and because these are going in a hunting boot, I'm going to take some of this material off.
He forms the heel so it will sit just right in the boot.
Oh, like a glove.
And these Masterfits do just that. They drop in perfectly to my Irish setters.
We're able to set the boot up the way that the designers at the manufacturer expected that boot to work.
Jay the driftless cobbler found a niche. What worked for ski boots works just as well for hunting boots. Turns out fly anglers love footbeds in waders and wading boots. It's a stability and comfort thing.
They're all saying that they've been really happy with how fresh they feel at the end of the day after hauling a client around Montana or Colorado.
Bottom line,
the footbed will outlast the boot.
Whether on the water or in the woods, technology matters.
This is the same product, this is the same process that world-class athletes are using. We've brought it here.
Jay the driftless cobbler's footbeds, seemingly the solution for sore feet on rough trails and my long hikes.
Well, 20 miles is 20 miles. It's going to be better than it would.